future is here. A year of events in the making is coming for you. A prosperous future is in your cards. Astrology for the world. Ask yourself the question, what does your future have in store for you? The future is not what it used to be. Will Steve give you the answers you are looking for?
Cancer, how you doing? So I said that I would do your monthlies, it depending on what the algorithm says of whether you guys are enjoying these readings that I do for you or not. Okay, you could be dealing with a Knot, a Life Path 3 or a Pisces. But I will tell you towards the end where I've been and why I haven't really been doing so many Cancer readings. So what we are doing here is what's the news. So these can be positive and negative cards, okay? It's going to be what is around your environment to be aware of that could be coming up for December 2022. So stay tuned, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment of what you think this might be about. So let's see. Cancer, what should Cancer be aware of, please? In their environment. What should Cancer be aware of in their environment that's coming up for December 2022? So you have got the same one that come out through Scotland, some from Scott, Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Casano, Casino, Sharon, someone from Aussie, Australia. Anyway, so I'm hearing OG, something's orange juice or OG or something like that. But nothing feels better than this. So this come up in the Libra reading that I just did, same card out of all of these. So you might have a Life Path 2 or a person that's a Libra around you. But nothing feels better than this. I feel very grateful for the person that I'm with. Okay, I'm always with them all of the time. Blah, blah, blah. Them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. And I feel very grateful for where I'm living and very grateful for the person that I'm with. Okay, so let's see. Cancerian. Now, if this isn't relating to you, you've got to wait and see. And then also, it might be relating to someone else. So, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer? December 2022. You've got, oh, God, lit the fuck up here. So, now, pussy. So, someone's lit. So, basically, you could be dealing with a soulmate, a twin flame, very passionate, very firing, doing this person, doing them up. I'm also hearing doing makeup breakup situation. But yeah, looking after myself, feeling good, looking good. Okay. Cancer, anything for Cancer coming up, please, for December 2022. So we will clarify these to give you more answers. Aggressive, oh dear. So you got someone that's very jealous of a relationship maybe that somebody is in. Okay, you got someone that does like to use aggression in the environment that you're in. This is an environmental reading, okay? So they do love, someone's feeling very grateful. I'm very happy to be here, coming to America, okay? And I love the person that I'm with. We're getting on really well, blah, blah, blah. And then someone loves to bring aggression into the relationship. Okay, so they get wound up. They get very angry, not being able to control the other person's thoughts and feelings. Because someone could be feeling very grateful that you're a partner, and the other one doesn't appreciate you being calm. Carmel, Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, and I don't like all of this calm bollocks. Okay, let's see. But we will find out why this person's getting aggressive and who that might be. Let's see, it could be someone called B, Brian, Beth, Bethy, anybody beginning with B. That did come up, be well, someone that's not very well, okay, in the Libra reading. Let's see, Cancer, what has Cancer got coming up, please? Bad girl. So you got trouble, nicknamed you. Someone nicknamed you bad girl, okay. Bad, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Okay, very aggressive because of someone that flirts and teases maybe with other people. They may find this person teasing them, okay, and they get very aggressive when they can't get their own way. Okay, so you got someone that does love to chase the bad boys or the bad girls, okay, puts themselves into a circumstance where they start to worry why this went wrong, okay, because you're indicative with a bad boy or a bad girl. So if you are, don't expect much else, because you've got this, okay, nothing feels better than being with you when you're here, but then when you're not here, where is it that you go when you're not here? Could be a Knot, might be a Life Path 3 or a Piscean. Okay, so you got someone that loves to run with the wolves. okay, and live a very dangerous kind of lifestyle with the person that they're with, and they keep coming to and from maybe for sex or for stuff like that, treating the person like shit, and then they go and they come back, but you still allow them back into your energy and into your life. So you get classed as equally as bad as them because you're allowing it to happen. Okay. So you've also got Cloud 9, high of life and love. Cloud 9. So you could be dealing with a life path 9 or a Virgo placement. Okay. But like, oh, I've got no idea, man. This is like running with the wolves and like into a very bad circumstance of like, okay, if I just show myself as very polyamorous or very glamorous and like you're going to be attracted to my beauty, okay, you'll come to my beauty, I know you will. You'll come to my rescue and you'll come to my aid. And I know that you'll come back, Adi or Adrian or Abigail or Amber Heard, like Path 5, Sagittarius or Taurus. Okay, and I know you will because I know you want it. So the person's kind of like, yes, I do want it. So you're in a very dynamic situation that's going on with this person, okay? Because this person's also on Cloud 9, loves the cock maybe, I don't know, is also what I'm hearing, like loves that dangerous like lifestyle, okay? And wants to try and tame a bad boy, and the bad boy treats the girl bad, okay, because that's him or her. So that's the circumstance that you've been given. Evan, I'm hearing Evie or Devi also. Let's see. These are people that like beef on the bone. Like I love like someone that's very muscular and daft, and you know is going to treat me like shit. And I keep going for people with like huge tattoos and like you know. They have stature and they have all of this and they've got to be like really attractive and everything else like that, and I wonder why I end up in these circumstances that I do because of the I don't know, kind of like, you know, I'm up here and everybody's got to come up to here, so they have to be of a certain look, stature and vibe. They have to be on that vibe. But this isn't vibration, this is attraction of eyes, okay? So it's not going to where it's a heartfelt connection. It's more of a very dangerous circumstance. But this person keeps allowing this person back in all the time, I feel, here. Let's see. Or letting you back in, you know. That's only at the moment until we start clarifying. But let's see. One more card, please, for Cancer for December 2022. So you've got not really into her. She's in love with me. There you go. So you got a bad boy or girl. Okay. So it says what it does on the tin. Not really into her. She's in love with me, but I'm not her. So you've kind of got this where it isn't love, it's lust. It's a lustful, sexual, dynamic connection that someone's got. It's not love. So, like I said, if you're looking for or the other person and you're cross-watching and you want a loving connection, you're not getting a connection here. Not a loving one. Because it's kind of like someone that knows and they really know how much you're in love with them, but the other person is kind of like, no, I'm not really in love with her. I'm just kind of looking elsewhere. Look, if you look, she looks at him and doubts over everything that he's got about him and everything else, but his eyes wander off to other places. Okay, could be a place. I'm picking up a fish called Wander, and then also a place which are both fish. So that can be a life path 3 or a Piscean, okay, involved somewhere here. So it's kind of like wandering eyes, okay. Let's see, it's like reputation, okay. Someone that might have a very bad reputation. Let's see, nothing feels better than this. What is this for Cancer? Why do they have nothing feels better than this? So it might be because I'm very grateful, but I'm constantly always thinking about a partner. Like one of them is always thinking about the partner. I'm always thinking about the partner. Okay, I'm wanting to invest into this relationship because I'm constantly thinking about you. I might be thinking about how good the sex is and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm kind of basing it off. Okay. So nothing feels better than this. It might also be someone that has children and just nothing else feels better than just me being a mum or a father. What is the Page of Pentacles? Is The Ten of Wands. So nothing feels better than hard work. I love working hard for this person because they're hard, like always hard, or they're always like, they're a beefhead pretty much, like, or Ed or Edwina. But like they're like a, you know, a big stature, big guy, blah blah blah, and I love running with those sort of tattooed type sort of people here. Lit the fuck up. What is that? Lit up. That's got to be a Sagittarian energy. Lit the fuck up. What is that for? Oh, I could see the King of Wands coming over here. There's a sex energy. Lit the fuck up. What is that? It's a Queen of Pentacles, but I did see the King of... Oh my god. You got a Nine of Wands here. So you've got this energy that someone keeps attracting back, a narcissist. They keep attracting them back, or, you know, you're still connected with the person, and you could be going through this very controlled relationship, very controlled environment, blah, blah, blah. And why do I keep attracting all of these people into my life? Because you might be looking for the wrong person here. Okay. Because this person's dazed and confused, like, I'm really confused at what you want, but why is the aggression here? Who is this that's being aggressive? A child? Or they act childish and they act very aggressive, and they wonder why this person or people in their environment stop talking to this person because of the aggression and the negativity. So I'd rather not listen, and I'd rather not pay attention to all of the aggression. It could be a family dynamic with children that are growing up in a circumstance of families here. Like I said, there are two options. Someone that could have like two options. Nothing feels better than this. And then I don't want you because you're really aggressive and really narcissistic and really controlling. And you wonder why I don't want you and I want the other person. So someone could have choices, or they are with someone and they're kind of like, no, I'm going to take my chances with this person that's not very aggressive. It could be a Sagittarian, because that can be known as a 5. Okay, so because of the amount of aggression and everything else, then I'm not going to come back to that. Okay. But the person keeps like doing something to attract the person back in. So what is this Page of Wands for? Page of Wands is a 3. Something around life path 3, or a Pisces. Something to do with around, like I said, aggression, or the fact that there's third party stuff here. What is trouble? Nicknamed you Trouble. Oh, here comes trouble again, really. Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. What's trouble here for? Who's that? Again, you've got children or clients, or someone that just wanders around multiple different people acting like a player. Someone that's a player. They've got more than one option. They've got 2 or 3 options. This is a person that loves to live in the limelight as well. Like, I love people watching, and like, you know, I love to have all of these options. What's this bad girl for with this Page of Cups? Because it's a younger person. Could be your daughter, like someone that's very young. What's the Page of Cups? Yeah, sex here. So they've got sex on the brain. They've got, I want it fast and furious, like I want it now. Like they act on impulse here. So instead of living and feeling, they get a feeling, and as soon as they get it, they jump straight in. Like they just jump straight in the deep end. They can't contain their energy. So they jump straight in to possible very bad connections with people instead of like dating. You know, there's kind of like this, started dating, but it went from like here to here really quickly. Okay. So it's kind of like thrill seeking. Okay. I'm thrill seeking, chasing, thrill chasing. Okay. Or Jason. What's Cloud 9 here for? Why do they have Cloud 9? Who is this? Could be a Piscean. 9 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. It's a lack. It's this constant speak, not speak. There's possibly no even speaking, just feeling. Like I feel this person's around. And I just want to believe that they are. But I don't like... it's kind of like, I'm not going to do anything until they do. They have to reach out to me. I'm not going to reach out to them. I want them, but I don't want them. But I want them the way I want them, but I don't want them. So I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to have the connection and just think about them all the time and try to feel positive. But all I can end up doing is thinking about the person and where are they. And then I get nothing for my time here. Some of you have possibly been going through this same connection with this same person for ages, not learned anything. You haven't learned because you're probably still wanting the person in but don't want them. Right? Watch this, not really into her. 3, a Piscean or a life path 3. Like I said, there's this multiple energies of the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, followed by a 9 of Wands, like a 3 of Wands, 5s and 9s, and then a 3 of Cups. So you've 100%, if you look at this, that's what it says. I'm not really interested in you. I'm like, my eyes are wandering off with other women or men, and I'm looking in different directions and not really looking at you, because it's like, oh, I'm not really into her, I'm into someone else. So if you've got this person and you're constantly dealing with a player that goes off with other men or other women, and they're very promiscuous and they look for other connections as well as a connection that they've kind of got, is kind of within this vibe here. But like I said, some of you have constantly let this person back in, and as soon as you let them back in, they're off again, treating you as if that, you know, oh, you do them, it's up to you, I don't care, you sort it out between yourselves. Yeah, but like it's kind of like that, you know. And it might be because of the aggression. Like, I'm getting so pissed off with their aggression and their tantrums and everything else that they pull and that they fly, that just makes me lose interest in them every time they start arguing or bickering or doing a childish not speaking kind of shit. And like, if you're going to do that, then you can't expect me to fucking sit around waiting for you to grow up, okay? And because you don't never grow up, okay, Peter Pan or something, all right, because you don't never grow up and you're always very aggressive and you're always arguing and everything else, you can't really expect me to think, oh my God, I'm so in love with this anger and this aggression and this abandonment. You can't expect that. So then you wonder why I start like losing interest in a person. No, it's, like I said, it's the energy. It's not coming from a specific person that I'm reading. It's just coming up as a dynamic of like, you wonder why I'm losing interest in your aggression and your aspect of life. You wonder why I start getting very promiscuous and look elsewhere. And it might be because of the childish kind of like, huh, okay, then I'll stop speaking to you. Okay, and it's like, well, you told me to stop talking so negatively, so I'll just stop speaking. And you're kind of like, no, I don't mean stop speaking. What I mean is just try to stop thinking so negatively all the time. If you're going to think negatively, you're going to start acting accordingly to the negative thoughts that you're having. So you start acting that way. And when you're doing it, that's not my message to you. What I'm saying is stop thinking so negatively about me or about things that are kind of going on, and just go with the flow of the relationship. But if there's a third party, stop going with the flow of the relationship and stop letting the person back in, thinking that they're going to stop doing what they've been doing. Okay? But like I said, if this is just a general kind of like, you get so aggressive and you get so wound up because you're constantly thinking about me all the time, and I'm more concerned about me and not you. Okay, I'm trying to think about me. Stop thinking about me. You see, when you have an obsession about a person, that isn't all the time wanted because it comes up as very tense, very controlling, because you won't let me just do what I want to goddamn do. I just want to be me and do what I want to do. Think how I want, act how I want, and just be who I want, because that is who I am. That is me, right? So that's how I'm going to be. So it isn't up to me, it's up to you. If you don't like me for being me, then stop interacting with me, stop letting me back in, and stop expecting anything else than what I am. Because that is me, I am. Michael, that's Michael, right? So that's who I am, okay? Now, if a player, they're a player. So stop letting them back in. If they're very confusing and narcissistic and controlling, you've got an option. Keep doing it and work through it, okay, or go, okay. But like if you keep coming up against the same energy, then you need time apart. You need a long distance, and I mean a long time on your own, okay, a long time on your own. And what I don't mean is a long time on your own thinking about the partner when you're on your own. No, you need to think about space, okay. When you have time apart and you have space, that is time for you to think about space, not the space between us. I fear that you're never going to come back. I fear that you're not going to change. I fear this. I fear that. I think you're controlling. I think you're a narcissist. And that's what I'm going to be thinking about. No. When you have space, it tells you. We're having space so I can think about nothing. So I can think about space. My heart space. How I truly feel about you, about them, about this circumstance. Okay, that is why it's called that. You see, a lot of people, when they base knowledge off knowledge, they actually forget primitive behaviour of where it come from. We need space to think about ourselves, not the relationship, not the fear of being apart, because fear is just going to bring you back together and you're going to create more fear. Anxiety, more problems, more fucking, anxiety, more third party, more metaphysical, more splitting up, getting back together. That's what you've been thinking of whilst you've been apart, and that's what you're going to get when you get back together. That's the box of chocolates. You ordered it. You thought of the box of chocolates, of what you wanted in it, and then when it arrives, you look at it and think, what the fuck is that? Well, that's what you ordered, Dave. No, it isn't. It fucking is, because that's what you've been thinking. Yeah, well, I didn't go on a computer and order it. No. You don't need to do things to have things. Okay, you don't. Okay, it's common, well, it should be common knowledge of where it comes down to a manifestation. You can learn anything by muscle memory. If you're doing it by muscle memory, playing a piano, if you're doing it, your fingers take a long time because you're just going over it. You have to practice it for an hour each day. Okay, each day do I have to practice it for an hour? And then eventually I'm just going to start doing it without looking. But at the time I'm looking and I'm getting very, what's that one? That's over to there, miss one, blah, right? But you can close your eyes and you can visualize your brain doing it. So that's the biggest muscle, apart from that one down there. But that's the biggest muscle up in here, muscle memory. You don't have to use these to do it. You just have to think about it. Okay, so if what you've been thinking about is negative, when it arrives, you can do that fucking brilliantly. You can do that really well, right? Who can't do something really bad? Everybody can do things really bad. Okay, what can you do really good? Okay, because if you can do that really good, well, fucking continue to do it because you're doing it really well, right? So do you get it, right? If you're having time apart and you're constantly thinking about all of the mistakes and all of the yes and no's and the destruction and the third party situation, stuff like that, when you meet someone new, you wonder why that arrived. Do you think that this can't happen with a new person that you meet along your journey that's spiritual? Why the fuck did that happen when I went from one door and another door opened and I went straight into that one? Is because through that situation was the majority of the thoughts that were negative. So when that turned up as someone else, I think, why do all of my relationships go drastically fucking wrong? Because you haven't been single long enough. Now, if you've been single too long and you've been feeling like you've been wanting it for that long, you've not been Liz Tyler, but you've not been living presently thinking, well, I already feel very grateful and loved and warm and wanted and grateful and honest and loved. And I feel love. I am love. Okay, so I feel that already. Okay, so when it comes, I'll probably pass it up as one of these options and think, nah, next. Okay, but eventually you have to let someone into your heart because you might be swiping past loads of opportunities thinking, no, they're just going to hurt me. No, they're going to be the same. No, the next woman's going to do the same. And you start having a very bad opinion about women and men. Now, what is society built of? Women and men. Society is women and men. Woman. So we're all kind of the same primitive animal. We just think completely differently, right? So We have to realise that if I have a bad opinion about women's or man's, okay, then what do I have a bad opinion about? People, bruv. People. In general, I have a bad opinion about people. So what are you going to get? Bad people. You're going to isolate yourself away wanting stuff and not going out and getting it because you feel shit. You feel bad. The fight or flight kicks in, the amygdala starts going awooga, awooga. Avoid everybody. But I want somebody. But I need to avoid everybody. Okay, that's confusing. Okay, so like I said, you know, there's your reading. I don't know if it relates to your cancer or not, but that's what I've got for you. Now, if you want a better reading, hopefully that tells you about your month coming up and so on and so forth, and the advice, and straight down to it. Like, there's no tea, no chase, no fucking nothing else. It's just straight up this deck, giving you a full table spread, getting straight down to the messages, clarifying it and giving you the answers. Okay, if you want that for your general monthly, you can choose between all 3 tiers. Now, the most cheapest one is like $3 or $4 for the month. You get like 24 readings within 1 month cycle, so you get all of those. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for like $3 or $4. Okay, if you want the weeklies as well as the monthlies, then you'll need the weekly tier, because that'll be weeklies and monthlies. So it's like 64 readings because you got all 12 to go through, blah blah blah, all through the month. And then if you want more than that, then you need the gold tier, because it has all of the past, present and future teaching videos that I do that are very, very informative. And I believe they come really hand in hand with tarot. You've got to learn. And if you want to learn, you have to learn by someone that's been there, done it, wore the t-shirt and thrown it away, and continues to do the same thing as what you guys do. When I learn it, I teach it. Okay, if you want to know all of my knowledge, then you might need the gold tier. If you don't, then, and these videos continue to do really well, then I'm sorry, you will only find them over on Patreon. Now, if you don't see Cancerian readings that are appearing up as weekly, and you really want them, then join the silver tier, okay? Because you'll get them over there 100%. You will get Cancerian and all the other readings that you might not see. You will 100% get them over on Patreon, but if they're not on here, it's because the channel is doing really badly with Cancerian readings. Okay, because I'd rather spend an hour and a half that I'm doing for both lots of readings, and they're not doing very well. I would rather focus all of that energy on the people that are over on Patreon that are paying, or for another star sign where it helps out the channel. Eventually, we might probably go back to doing Cancerian readings over on here, but I will do your monthlies, so that'll be 2 a month, okay? Okay, guys, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. All links are below. See you soon.